Hey, welcome back. Just had some lunch. Good to see you all. Bob Rapp here. So where I left you in the story is we were running the automotive price data and we were using the tutorial and the template. And when we got done, I wanted you to actually see visualizing the scored data set, because the whole point of this exercise is to really see how close we got between the actual price. So let's just take this first one. The actual price here was $96.39, and the scored guess, so the best guess that we had was that the price should have been about $10,900. So by the way, they're close. I mean, each of these values are pretty good, but we could probably increase the accuracy by if we changed, potentially if we changed the algorithm or the data set, we could have done better. So a couple other things that we wanted to do here. One thing is we might want to have someone else work on this and not touch this particular experiment, so we could simply clone it, okay? We could export to a notebook, and I'm going to go ahead and just export it now here. And then when we open that file, I'm just going to open that in Visual Studio Code, and that just comes up. So it shows you, by the way, where your pipeline run is. It also says, hey, you need some extensions that would make life easier for you, so please do that. Well done. And so it shows you where this came from, and if you feel more comfortable just diving into the code, because I know we have some folks today who are very comfortable in the code and some people that are not. So you don't have to do it, but it's an option for you. And then remember that we can create now a new endpoint, and I'm just going to call this Demo 9 if you're following along at home. And so we're going to go ahead and publish that. So this, by the way, gives us a pipeline endpoint that we can now use, right? So we have that endpoint that is available to us, and here's the REST documentation. So I've got a REST endpoint. No parameters. Did I add? Probably should have added some parameters, but don't need to. So it shows me my actual REST endpoint, which is kind of cool. And then finally, if I wanted to export to code, clone, the other thing I could do is I could submit the pipeline again and create a new experiment. I'm going to call this experiment 99. Actually, I think this is experiment 10. I can use the compute target and say, actually it's probably, do I have an existing experiment? Yeah, let's use demo 7. And demo 7 and submit. Not the best naming scheme, but I just want to show you that we can obviously take this pipeline, can clone it, edit it, use it in code, do all sorts of other things. Okay, thanks. I hope that makes sense. Thanks, everybody.